What's going on YouTube? Smashing Pumpkin here, coming at you guys with a video today. Today's going to be a deck profile on my Dragunity deck list that I took to locals 2 weeks ago. Had a good time, top forward. Overall, a pretty good day to be Ian Maurer playing Dragunities. So, yeah, let's get to the deck. First off, we have 3 Ducks and 3 Phalanx, which facilitate all your plays of the deck. Generally, you want to get Phalanx into the graveyard and have Ducks abuse the combo-liciousness that is that. You then have 2 Zepharoses the Elite. One is Starfoil, so yeah, brilliant. They let you do a lot of plays too. Bouncing back a card to your hand is pretty pro. Oops. Like, just kept dropping things in front of the camera, but that's fine. Whereas Darkness Metal Dragon is generally to just combo off. It kind of sucks to draw them, but yeah, stuff happens. 2 Legionnaire and 2 Akyls, because Legionnaire Akyls isn't really nearly as good as Ducks Phalanx. But it's still pretty good if your opponent has like a lot of monsters on the board, so you still play them. Plus they're good Dragunity monsters. So yeah, they're pretty good. Also, making level 5 synchros isn't nearly as good as the level 6s that you can make with this deck. But making level 5s too is also pretty nice. And then you have 2 Mylstains. They help you get to 8s with Phalanx, so that's pretty key. Yeah, that's about it. Also, getting Mylstain and Akyls together with a with a Phalanx engrave is pretty good. So, just to let you know. 2 Duality. 3 Terraforming, all to get to 3 Ravine. Generally the saying goes with this deck, if you don't get Ravine, then you don't win. So, getting to Ravine is very important. Also, you can just discard the extra Terraformings if you open up Ravine and you happen to draw it down. So yeah, it's not like big of a deal if you draw like a couple of Terraformings. Then to get the tuners into the grave, or the dragons or whatever, you play 2 Cards of Consonance to discard them from your hand, and then 1 Foolish Burial to send them from your deck, so you can go off from just opening up like a Ducks and a Foolish. Or if you need to pop stuff, you can just be like Legionnaire and then Foolish. So yeah, to make sure your plays go off, you play MST at 2 and then Heavy. Yeah. Then you play Reborn because it's good. And then you play Avarice to recycle back your Duxes and your Vajrayanas. And then you play 1 Dress. Dress is okay. It doesn't stop Veiler, so that kind of blows. But it makes sure your monsters survive. You can play Lance instead, but I feel like Dress is kind of pretty good too. It's all about player preference. And then you have 2 Warning, 1 Judgment, to make sure your opponent doesn't mount a comeback. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, 2 Compulsors, 1 Torrential. Probably going to take out the Torrential if I remake this deck. Side and extra, I'm probably not going to show my side because it wasn't competitive. Because my locals isn't the most competitive. But definitely play Decree and Thunder King, and if your area is infested with Machina like mine is, probably play System Down, and always play like MST and Twister or Dust Tornado. Because Macro and Seal Drain hurt a lot. Moving right along to the extra deck. These are the necessary ones. I'm not really going to explain them, because I'm probably going to do a video later where I explain them. But yeah, these are just the things that you need. You should probably play 3 Vajrayanas, and 1 Gay Dirge, but I don't have a Gay Dirge or a 3rd Vajrayana. So yeah, I'm not even complaining. And then you play these. And Everything else is just kind of filler that I kind of just threw in. But if you want to see it real quick, it's... Alright. Yeah. Main deck description will be in the section below. And I'm just going to really quickly talk about, the matchups I had during the time I was at locals. Round 1 I played against, like, Atlantean Mermail, and the deck was pretty okay. Yeah. I managed to open up, Ravine and, Zepharos, which is pretty good. And then game 2 I just had to grind it out because neither of us had really great hands. And I managed to win eventually with a Colossal Fighter into his, 2800, and then my Colossal Fighter revived itself and attacked for game. So that was fun. Round 2 was against Crystal Beasts. Yeah. Round 3, I played against Machina. No, it was Girgia... I think it was Girgia Karakuri. I can't remember. But it definitely had Girgia. I think it was Girgia Machina. So, that game ended up going to round 3. I managed to open up Thunder King, and, like, yeah, that's why you play Thunder King, because there isn't a whole lot the Machina can do to you once you get Thunder King on the board. Round 4, I played against Chainburn, and I lost 0-2, because I didn't see Decree game 2. And then I saw 1 MST. So that really sucked. Moving right into the top 8, I played against a Giga Machina card query. The deck was pretty good. The player was really good. I made a misplay round 3, and I had to make a non-optimal play. That really sucked, because I blew up my field with a Black Rose, because that's all I could do, because his field was really good. But I managed to pull it out anyway. And then the round after that I played Cisco, and I scooped him because we were on the same team. And he had a better matchup for whoever he'd play in the top, so I just gave it to him. So, yeah. So I got top 4. So that wasn't bad. I could have probably won it if I didn't play Cisco, but yeah, that's what you have to do sometimes, because you want to get maximum amount of store cred. So yeah, deck lists will be in the description for the main, and Smashing Pumpkin is signing out. Peace.